I thought it would be a good idea to set up a video game club where the kids can come in and play video games. And the main thing is not just sitting alone in their basement, but actually playing as a group. So it's a group activity for a lot of kids that normally don't get involved too much in high school. So we put this gamers club together, and it's been pretty successful in getting kids to come out. They come out after school once a week or so and casually play games in the gamers club. The new addition to that now would be we're now looking at the esports. So the esports is a little bit different, but the gamers club is really just a casual, no requirements, no other kinds of membership things that they have to do. Just come and play and have fun.
It's not specifically just for video games. We've played Cards Against Humanity before. We've played party-based games that use your phone as a controller, like Jackbox. It's also casual. You don't need to be completely into games or be very good at it. It's just if you want something to do after school, it's here.
You can just come in and play video games with any one of your friends. Everybody's welcome. You can just come at any time past like when school ends till like 5, and I'll let you play games. You can chill out, eat popcorn, watch a show. Yeah, it's great.
What kind of games do you play?
I play a lot of From Software games like Dark Souls, the Dark Souls series, and just a lot of other games here and there. But here mainly I play Dark Souls because it's a great game series. But a lot of other people play Smash Bros. They can play Fortnite, they can play Minecraft, whatever we want.
We have almost all the games out there. So we have different consoles, computers, all that kind of stuff. Some of the favorites, obviously the Mario Karts, things like that, but also Call of Duty. I have somebody in here right now is playing some kind of fantasy game where they do walkthroughs and stuff like that, fighting zombies and whatnot. So there's really kind of a whole collection all the way from really kind of younger kids games, which interestingly enough become really popular with high school kids once they're in a group and they're playing it together. Makes it a lot more fun. It's kind of a group thing that comes out of it, to football games and things like that. So there's a whole different cross section. Really whatever the kids want to play, we have most of it. I encourage kids to bring in games that they like. I've got a couple of kids here today that's brought in some computer games, and honestly they're a rich source for me to bringing in new games that kids like. I do have some restrictions on some content, just because we're a high school, but for the most part. And then I also ask the parents to give permission because, you know, some of the games might involve shooting and stuff like that, which is classic video games, but I want to make sure the parents are comfortable with what they're doing.
I don't know where last is. I'll cover this side, you cover that side.
So esports is kind of a new thing that's been going on. It's really popular in college. It's really popular in professional as well. So there's a variety of games that are played out there at the college level. And so I started up an esports team at another high school years ago. Interestingly enough, more of them got college scholarships than the football team that year, because the colleges are really interested in picking up people that have esports skills. It's become a new college sport. And so the difficulty has been getting that to work in high school. So I've been working together with the NHIAA and kind of trying to find a way to make that happen. And so right now what we're doing is we're playing a couple of different games that are in the esports sphere. NHIAA is offering for the first time an actual state competition for 2 of the games. But we also have another team that is not playing with NHIAA, but they're still playing for Salem High School, playing Rainbow Six Siege, and that has its own tournament and own scholarship money and stuff like that associated with it. But again, it's one of those things where not only are they playing now together as a team, but they're playing against another high school team. Rainbow Six Siege is a game where you have 5 versus 5. Sound familiar? Kind of sounds like basketball, doesn't it? And it's kind of like capture the flag, 5 versus 5 in the electronic environment.
Rainbow Six Siege is a first-person shooter that was made a couple years ago. It was really big in the esports league. It was a very big esports type game. You can defend an objective. There's different types of game modes in it, but it's mainly just you choose an operator, go in to the objective, take down the other operators, and win that round for like a couple of rounds. Yeah. But the esports team on that, it was pretty fun. We every time we played a game, We just got into a call together. We played the rounds we had to with the enemy team, and it was just fun. Everyone was nice. It was a very good experience.
Smash Bro Team 2023.
I'm a little nervous but excited. I planned on joining last year as well, but because of COVID and everything, it didn't end up panning out. So I'm excited to be joining this year and finally doing it. I want to contribute to esports being more recognized as an actual competitive scene and it being more of a thing in New Hampshire. Practice mainly one-on-one battles. Usually I play with friends, that way we use the same rule set, because if it's just random online, the rule set can change and it could be anywhere from like my 7-year-old cousin could win, or like you would need to be a competitive to be able to win against the other person. But typically just one-on-one battles. We remove like any chaotic elements of the game per se, like items and stage hazards, because that can bring in a random element that just doesn't work in the competitive scene. I'm a little anxious. I usually switch up the characters I play a lot, so I kind of have to hone in like on one character in advance to sort of prepare and know the ins and outs of everything. But overall, I'm excited but a little nervous.